Jack, mate, have you seen the driver's standings? You haven't? Probably a good thing, mate, because you're last. I know. Yeah, even behind Zoe, I know, mate, I know. But look, you know you're my boy, and I'll back you to the end, but I am going to need you to not be a Mazepin on me here. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Aussie Villain Racing. Today it's the Italian Grand Prix, / we might sim through the Italian Grand Prix because we really do lack top speed, and that's kind of important at Monza, and then we'll do Baku. We'll just see how the car performance kind of stacks up. Now, it's only been 4 days since our last race at Zandvoort. It's a very different track to Zandvoort. The one thing that has happened is we have had a helipad upgrade. We're upgrading it again because it doesn't cost much, and it helps with team attractiveness and team marketability, sponsorship payouts, all that kind of stuff. So it's a bit of a no-brainer to do, really. So that's happening again. You can see the boardroom and the tour center are still on their way to be upgraded or upgrading, and that is everything that we've got for now. There is going to be one new thing on the car for this first race. That is one of the side pods that I forgot to build over the summer break. One of them is ready, so Stoff can get that. And yeah, I was just looking at the Drivers' Championship and wondering, is it worth doing this race or not? And it came to my attention. Doohan is currently propping up the table, so that's not great. He's been better than that, I would have thought, but just doesn't have that, that one result. I'm trying to figure out how to find out what his best result is. Currently, that's the drivers' standings, but yeah, I can't really find out where it would tell you what his best result for the season is. So yeah, he just needs to be a little bit better than last, if we can at all help it. So Monza, let's have a quick look here at Monza. We are expecting rain, I believe, yes, for the race, so great. Red sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow is sector 3. There's the 2 slow speed corners, and everything else is just foot to the floor. We can see there, and this is my concern, we're just not quick, and I feel like we might get left behind a little bit. Time considerations: 25-second pit stop time loss. It's a one-stop race, although with the rain that might well change. And historically, it's Denny Rick. What a race that was! What a race that was! Love that one. But yeah, ever since then it's been Max Verstappen as is usual, I suppose. So race targets here, we'll go for 18th or higher because I still think we should be better than the Haas's and the Alpines, surely. So yeah, light rain for the race, so that'll be one to look forward to. I'll do free practice, and we'll see sort of where we are. Decide if we're actually going to show the race or just sort of a quick skimming of it. All right, so we've done free practice, and Doohan damaged his underfloor. He didn't go off the track, I didn't think. But anyway, we were doing okay in FP1, and I thought, okay, so maybe we'll show this with older engine. We put newer engine parts in that are sort of more race ready, then maybe we'll have a chance. But with the new underfloor, that means Doohan has to go back to the original underfloor, and his pace, as you can see, just absolutely fell through the floor. So I don't think it's going to be worthwhile doing. That's because we're only going to really have Van Dorn with any chance anyway, and I don't think it's going to be a great race for us. So let's just quickly then sim ahead through qualifying. So both cars are out 19th and 18th, and to make matters even worse, what happened is that Van Dorn locked up, damaged his underfloor, so now both cars are going to have the original underfloors on. So absolutely 0 point in doing this one. Even if it is going to be light rain, the car is just not going to have any pace about it. So it's just, wait, we don't even have, hang on a second, there's 2. Alright, so we will need to, under Parc Fermé, we won't be able to use the new one. So 1.6 million. You better have a good race. That's a lot of money to run a single race, mate. So that's done. And yeah, I'll leave the strategy to the AI. They can run this one how they see fit, and we will just simulate our way through. And let's have a look at how bad it was. So 13th for Stoff, not bad. Maybe I should just let the AI do it all the time. And 15th for Doohan. So in the end, it's actually not a terrible race for us. Now, what we don't know, probably no safety cars because everybody finished the race. So that's not bad. I would have taken that anyway. And Doohan, with that result, has moved himself up 3 positions. So he's taken my my criticism to heart. And Stoff has moved up to 16th. So that moves up in the constructors as well then. It does, moves ahead of Sauber. So you must have more 13th place finishes than they've got now. And the pit stops, it was very, very nicely done as well. So that's all been very promising. But let's now head off to Baku. Alright, so we are ready to go now at Baku. So we are expecting no rain, which is good. Is it a sprint weekend this weekend in Baku? Doesn't look like it is. Circuit map there, red sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow sector 3. Sections by speed, slow speed corners. That could really help us. That is where we're fairly strong, and long straights where we're not. We can see their 13th and 14th ranked car on the grid. Both cars now have the new side pods, and not much of a pit stop lost time there either, which suggests I think we could probably do a 2-stop. What's the compound time difference? Soft to hard is, yeah, 8/10. I think you'd rather do medium, soft, I think. So that's what we'll be looking to do. And Red Bull and Perez does well here as well. So that is all of that. Race targets. We'll definitely be looking for 18th or better. And yeah, like I say, we've got both cars have the new underfloor and the new side pods for this one. But I think with having to emergency manufacture that underfloor, that's a bit of a chunk. I don't think we'll be bringing any more upgrades to the car now. What we might do is we'll do some research for next year's car. I think is probably the best way to go. But anyway, I'll do some free practice and then we'll be back for qualifying. Hopefully we're going to be competitive here. Alright, so we've done free practice, and let's have a quick look here. You'll notice there's a few penalties kicking around as well. Van Dorn, I don't think this is right, because they're all the co-drivers, not co-drivers, the academy drivers. But 12th and 20th it was in this one. FP2, if we go down, it was 18th and 20th. We didn't get a soft tyre run-in though, which explains the drop down there, I think. And then FP3, if we go and have a look here, it was 13th and 14th, which isn't too bad. But one thing that I did notice is that, not at the time, is that during the Italian Grand Prix, Doohan's brand new engine got a fault. So we're edging towards needing penalties here, and this is where the cost cap is going to start to get a little bit close, I think, because yeah, we're getting to the point where we're going to have to take extra parts, and it's the same sort of thing on Van Dorn, because he is down to where we probably, it's the power track, isn't it? We probably want a new engine for this one. Yeah, I mean, his ERS needs to be taken in the next few races. And gearboxes, he's on to his last one as well. So yeah, we'll see how we go here anyway. Q1, I'm hoping will be okay, but let's go and see. Alright, now we've had a red flag. Van Dorn, I think, is going to be okay. Doohan is definitely going to need to go again. So we're going to send Doohan straight out to hopefully avoid traffic. And we'll see what we get here. It's still a red flag, still a red flag. When's it going to go green? Any second now. Alright, so let's send Doohan straight out. Like I say, I think Van Dorn is going to be okay. If we need to send him out, then he's ready to go, obviously. But let's go and jump on board with Mr. Doohan and see what he's got here for us down the never-ending straight. And yeah, so he's already out as things stand. Sargent was the man who caused the red flag, so that's good, I think, because typically Williams have been ahead of us. So that's one less car potentially to have to worry about. And it could mean that as long as we beat the Alpines, although Bottas has done a pretty good lap there, and there's an argument to say with Bottas that close to Van Dorn, maybe he needs to go again as well. Because Stroll is there. Yeah, let's... I don't know what to do with Stoffel. Jack's done a green. Let's see what he can do. Second sector time is here. He's gone faster again. Let's see, we've still got 5 minutes to go, so plenty of time. Let's see what Doohan does and where that puts him in relation to Van Dorn to see if Van Dorn is going to need to go again, I think. So Doohan crosses the line, is just behind Stoffel. So that suggests that we may not be able to go much quicker anyway, so maybe we take the risk and try and save a set of tyres. Alright, so risk paid off. Both cars got through. Why is Van Dorn taking a penalty? Why is Van Dorn taking a penalty? That doesn't make... That's news to me. Anyway. Alright, so we're on board with Van Dorn. I don't think... He didn't crash in qualifying. I'm trying to think back. Well, we didn't do the Italy race, but there didn't seem to be a... He would have been added onto his time because he finished the race. I don't know what that's about. Now, we're going to have a car in potentially a bad spot. No, we get that. Now, Tsunoda has crashed, so he's damaged his car. Hopefully, that's going to be him out of commission. That's another car that typically would be ahead of us. I think it's very promising. Both cars ahead of Hulkenberg right now, and our first run was done on used tyres. We're getting lapped by Verstappen, so that's not great. But potentially a tow, though. If he can stay with him here, that might not be a terrible thing. Let's see what Van Dorn does now into the final sector. He's not done a good lap. He was there, was cars there. I wonder if he got held up. So this may not be going our way. Neither car has done particularly well in the final sector. Van Dorn does move up ahead of Albon. We've got a very, very nice toe from Verstappen. And we're only a couple of tenths out of getting to Q3 as things stand with Doohan there. And nobody else is going quicker. So it's going to be 12th and 13th that we start, which is very nice. Just worried about this Van Dorn penalty potentially. And we have got a 5-place grid penalty. Penalty was issued to you and will be applied to this race weekend. Oh, I wonder if that's for changing the underfloor in the last race, but that should have been applied to that race, surely. Anyway, that's a shame. So Doohan is starting 10th. If he can hold position, obviously, that'll be very, very nice. What I think we will look to do, though, is I think the extra stop is worth doing, but I do also think we probably want to end on we want to end on a soft rather than a medium, I think. And we can go pretty aggressive here. Now the issue potentially is, do we actually want to be going aggressive with Doohan? Maybe not, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's see what we get from him. And then Stoffel, I think a medium's probably a good choice for him, starting a little bit further back, and then he can soft to the end. And yeah, if there's any safety cars, that's going to give him a potential advantage there, I think. So, all right, let's go and see what sort of damage we can do here. Hopefully not literal. All right, welcome back. Hopefully this episode isn't going to be monumentally long. I think the Italian race, we would have got through it fairly quickly. So let's go and jump on board. As ever, I don't think it's worth defending early in the race because we just slow ourselves up. Though maybe you could make an argument for Doohan. There is, with points potentially on the board, an argument to do that. But he's starting 10th. Perez already got past him. He's got Leclerc behind him as well. So yeah, maybe it's not realistic. But ultimately, goal one has got to be 18th. Get the money. That's got to be the first goal. Is that a double overtake into that corner by Perez? That's a bit epic. Bottas has hit something behind us. We've got a yellow flag.
The car is on the wall.
Bottas has crashed. Is he out? Just hit the wall. We don't want to go too hard on the tyres and overwork them too early here. But I think we can be pretty pleased with only losing one position with Doohan, holding position with Van Dorn, as DRS is now enabled. And we'll see, we've got to get these engine temperatures down. And yeah, we'll see if we can, we're just off the back of this lead group here. So that's going to be Leclerc going past, but can we stay with the DRS? That's going to be so key, isn't it? And it looks like we can actually. Hamilton is going quite slow. So everybody's on a soft, a few are on the mediums. So everyone's sort of on the same two-stop strategy, it looks like. Which is the one to be on. You don't lose that much time in the pits, so it's a bit of a no-brainer, really. But we've hung on. We're going to get DRS. And let's see how long we can hang on for now. Alright, so nobody get any pressure on Doohan here, but he is hanging on with this battle. Hamilton and Alonso in front. Not bad names to be hanging on to. Although Doohan's got a bit of prestige about its history as well, doesn't it? And as I come back, it looks like they had just push away from us a little bit. But he's doing, so far, a very, very good job. And we're just at risk of losing DRS here. We've lost it. So I shouldn't have come back. Whenever I come back, it goes wrong. We've got a yellow flag. It's not Van Dorn. So what's happened there? Ocon has had a spin. That was behind us anyway. Have we got the DRS back? We're just outside again. But yeah, it's only a 51 lap race, so the laps are long laps, but they do tick by kind of quickly. And yeah, Van Dorn is just needs to find a way past this Albon and Stroll battle, because Doohan is pulling away from these two, and it looks like he's got back within a second as well. So there is potential here. There's definitely potential. The problem, I think, is everybody's on the same strategy, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly how useful that's going to be for us. We have to. It's the quickest way, so we have to do it. But we might be able to. Hamilton was holding everybody up, so he may not have a quick car here, and he's getting DRS'd along right now, which is hurting us a little bit. But if we need something to go wrong in the top 10, don't we? And if that can happen, then you never know. Alright, so Doohan is about to get Alex Albon. There he goes. He's been catching us very quickly this last few laps. They're doing 53s. He's very good, is Albon, isn't he? I wonder if that's someone we would potentially want to look to sign at some point. But yeah, this is fine because we can sit behind him, and if he's got good pace and we can stay within that second, then maybe he can drag us up to the back of Hamilton and Alonso again. Van Dorn has got his own problems. We're just struggling with tyres overheating a little bit right now. And I don't, we're supposed to be pushing this stint. And yeah, we're just struggling a little bit with that. Doohan has already lost the back. Albon is just, we see it race in and race out, don't we? That Doohan and Hulkenberg typically as well are just a little bit too quick for us. We're just tenths of a second outside of DRS. We might get it back for the back straight, Let's have a look. Do we get a good exit out of here? And we should, I think, get that. Yeah, we do. As Van Dorn overtakes Stroll. And can he start and kick clear? Stroll's got a mechanical fault as well, so that might hurt him a little bit. Alright, so we're approaching the first pit stops, certainly for Doohan anyway. Hulkenberg has just DRS past Van Dorn. You can see he did a 53 last lap, which is pretty quick. We're more or less, we are dropping away from Albon now with Doohan, and I dare say Hulkenberg is going to catch us up. We're probably going to end up in our traditional 14th and 15th here, aren't we? Although we're ahead of Stroll, albeit with his mechanical issue, but he's not hanging on. Is he hanging on the back of us? No, he's dropped away. So that's good. We're not a mile away from the pace of the Mercedes and the Aston Martins too. And of course, we've got to remember this is Van Dorn's medium tyre stint. He has soft to come after this, so he may have a little bit more pace to unlock yet as well. But yeah, if you look at lap times, 54.9 to 54.8, 54.5 for Alonso. So we've definitely taken a bit of a step forward here, I think. But yeah, like I say, we need something to go on in those leading 10 for us to score points. I think we're still, we're closer to Alonso and Hulkenberg this race. Maybe level with them, but we'll see. I guess as the race develops, exactly where we stack up. As we're already lapping Bottas. It's not been a good day for Valtteri, has it? But anyway, Doohan's in the pits in the next few laps, so we'll come back for that. Alright, so we are on Doohan's in-lap. Hamilton just blasted past us at a great rate of knots on his soft tyres. He's passed Van Dorn. He came out right behind Van Dorn, so in a lap and a half, he's passed Van Dorn, Doohan, and he's just got past Albon as well. So, I dare say this is going to be the fastest lap of the race about to happen for Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, Doohan's in this lap. So we'll get him from this soft onto mediums. Alonso's already stopped as well, so he's just got past Van Dorn. Van Dorn's going to get a nice DRS toe up the back straight here. Van Dorn will be in shortly. We don't want him losing out too much time while everybody else is on fresh softs and he's on old mediums. We don't want him losing out too much. Let's hope the AVR boys give us a good one here. Off on go, 2.5 essentially. We'll take it. And we come out ahead of Gasly, do we? Yes, and behind K-Mag, who shouldn't have stopped yet, I don't think. K-Mag, no. Gasly hasn't stopped yet either. Hulkenberg and Stroll are the two that have stopped, and Doohan was a little ways ahead of them anyway. So that's positive. He'll get his tyres up to temperature, and he can attack or be aggressive this whole stint. So that's good news. And then Van Dorn has rapidly lost the back of Alonso. So let's bring him in this lap. Let's not leave him out there on old tyres any longer than he has to be. And he should come out probably behind Hulkenberg. If you can get out ahead of Stroll, it would be very nice. I don't know. We're going to have a good stop for that to happen. Albon's in. So let's see if the lap that Doohan's got as an undercut will help him. I don't think it has. As 2.4, so another good one. That was Doohan, I think, just flashing by. And we come out indeed ahead of Hulkenberg. Now, I don't know that Hulkenberg is going to have DRS, does he? Or does he?
Who's that having an issue in the pits?
Not sure on that one. But Doohan just in front. He's right with Albon. Albon is on a medium tyre as well. This is the big stint now for Jack Doohan. Can he stay with him? Let's deploy. Let's try and get within that DRS and make it difficult for him to... If he can tag us along for a little bit. Van Dorn has lost out. So that's not ideal. But again, Hulkenberg is on a soft tyre. So we have a tyre advantage over him. And it doesn't look like we are... Oh, we might. We did. We are going to get DRS. So that's huge for Doohan to be able to have done that. Van Dorn is cruising past Hulkenberg, which is very nice. And yeah, well, let's see. It's an 18-second gap to Alonso, so points are looking a little ways away. But we're racing Hulkenberg and Albon, and we haven't been able to say that before. So positive signs. All right, well, Van Dorn has very quickly caught up to the back of Doohan. We're not going to tell him to let him pass because he's not going to have much choice in it, I don't think. So this will be a switch of position, and we'll see if Van Dorn on the soft tyres is going to be able to catch Albon on the mediums. Let him pass, please, Jack. Let him pass, please, Jack. All right, Jack, you're harvesting. He's going to have DRS. There you go. Just make it easier on yourself. Don't fight the inevitable. One thing we could do with is lowering these engine temperatures a scooch. But yeah, Doohan just needs to try and stay with him now if he can. Stroll's mechanical fault is back. Yeah, Van Dorn did a 151, so he's a second faster than Albon on that last lap. The gap is currently 3 seconds, so that's not ideal. But let's see if he can close him down. Oh, we've got a safety car! We've got a safety car! Alright, so... we almost certainly need to stop. Alright, what do we need to do here? Let me have a think. Okay, so I think we've got two options. I think a lot of people are going to come in and put on a hard set of tyres to get to the end, which you can 100% do. But the hard tyres are slow. Van Dorn has 2 sets of brand new softs. So I think he comes in and we go soft. We'll still make another stop, but we'll take this free one. I'm wondering with Doohan, he has only 1 set of softs left. I wonder if we try him hard tyre to the end. And if that's not working, then we can come in for softs. Yeah, so Bottas is retired. But I'm assuming everybody's going to take this. As there's Bottas. So, yeah, well, let's get around to the pits lane and see what happens. So, yeah, everybody's coming in. Everybody's going to come in.
Not gone right in the pits.
There's so like Ricciardo has just stopped, Russell has just stopped, so there's a few. Now the risk we're running here, of course, with this double stack is Doohan is going to lose out a little bit. He does have a little bit of time behind him to Hulkenberg, who's come in, so hopefully he doesn't lose out a position. But we've got to take this stop, and it's not the greatest stop we've seen. Better, and he got out ahead of Hulkenberg.
There's been an issue in the pits.
So thankfully not a big issue. So we've held position. We've got our new tyres. And it looks like it... So a medium tyres, I think that's a bit pointless because it's not going to get you to the end. And obviously it's not a soft tyre. Hard tyre runners are trying to get to the end. Everybody else, I think, will need to stop. Alright, so safety car is ending. We are 13th and 14th. We have different strategies. A few mechanical faults starting to develop as well ahead of us. So we've hedged our bets. Let's see, Albon in front on hard tyres would be a very nice one for Albon to get out of the, for Van Dorn to get out of the way nice and early here. Now they do say safety car breeds safety cars as well, don't they? So interesting to see what happens on that front. Come on, stop. We cannot afford to get held up behind Albon here. Doohan, on the other hand, really does need to try and keep Hulk behind him because Hulk is on a hard tyre. But yeah. Van Dorn needs to get this done. A medium tyre probably will get you to the end as well. But Doohan, of course, was already on his medium, so we had to that wasn't going to get him personally to the end. Let's have a look at our intervals. Doohan is just losing the back here. He could very much do with not having that happen. DRS will be active at the end of this lap. Speaking of losing the back, we're doing the same thing with Van Dorn, but he should be within a second. Van Dorn's going to get it. Doohan is not, but he's got a second and a half behind him to Hulkenberg, so he's sort of in a bit of no man's land. Alright, so can we get that move done? Not quite, not quite. This is, I mean, Stoffel needs to get these overtakes done. Doohan just needs to look after his tyres. He's doing a pretty good job of that so far. And we'll keep deploying him, because if he can get to this DRS train and get dragged along, that will only help him. But he's not got too much battery left before that horse is bolted. And he might just about do this. He'll get a little bit of a slipstream before the DRS detection point. He's got it. Alright, now this is big. This is big. Come on, Stoff. You need to go and send this one in, mate. You need to go and send it in. Can we get a double overtake done? Go on, Stoffel. He's up the inside of 1, 2. It's, deploy. He's got one. Can he get the other one? He's into a P11. Go on, Stoffel. Could we get a point here with Van Dorn? He needs to go because he needs to make another stop, let's not forget. So, we don't want to get too excited, but he's going to be a lot quicker than everybody else once that stop is made. It's what, an 18-second time loss? Let's see what he can do. Alright, now we are being as brutal on these tyres as we can be. We've got to try and open up the gap. Unfortunately, we can't break the DRS to Albon, which is really frustrating because we're dragging him along. You can see we're dragging him away from Doohan as well because of it. Yeah, what we want to do basically is use up these tyres almost as quickly as possible so we can then come in, get onto our new set, and then we'll have the deficit to the cars that are on their older tyres now. So what I'm hoping at least we're doing is that we're dragging Albon and his tyres somewhere where they don't want to go. So we've got 4 mechanical faults in front of us. Can we all of those retire, please? But yeah, Doohan's doing a pretty good job. He's ahead of Russell. Looks like he may have just broken the DRS to him. Just keep an eye on his tyre wear, but he's looking pretty good. Another one now for Piastri. Come on, all of you guys retire. We'll get some points here. Yeah, if we're looking at, was it, say 20 seconds, so 44 is right now. We'll come out behind Hulk. We've got another couple of laps to go before we're going to come in, and we're a second a lap or so fast up. So, yeah, we'll see. It might work out for us, it might not in the end, but I think if we'd done what Doohan, basically what Doohan's doing, the fact that we split it kind of shows. Van Dorn maybe is a little bit better, and maybe he could have been up to P11 anyway, but we weren't going to get a point, and maybe P11's a good result, and we take that, hoping that somebody else here gets themselves a retirement, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The proof will be in the pudding at the end of the race, won't it, whether I did the right thing or not. Okay, so we're going to bring Van Dorn in this lap because we've just lost the DRS. We didn't quite work. I think our tyres are basically done. So, there's no point losing time because we have a nice, juicy, fresh set and there's 12 laps to go. Off on go, please. Thank you. 2.4. We come out where I said, do we? Behind Hulkenberg. So now it's just a matter of seeing whether we can race ourselves back up to the points. So this is Hulkenberg, easily done. That's us up into P16 because Magnussen just put in the pits. So both Hasses are overtaken.
And that's 16th place now.
And this is Esteban Ocon, putting us up into 15th place. That got a little close, didn't it? But anyway, job done there. Russell's next. And George Russell. He does have a mechanical issue, but easily done into the last corner. That is P14 now for Stoffel. Alright, so we are caught up to Doohan, who is battling with Sargent right now over 12th. Doohan does have the do not battle teammate instruction, so hopefully that's not going to become an issue. Can we get 2 for 1 here? Doohan, if you do just want to get out of the way, please, mate, and not lose yourself too much time. Jack, come on now. Come on. Let's get them both. Let's get them both. Thank you. He's just cost himself so much time. Lost the DRS. That could actually really hurt him in the battle with Sargent. But anyway, he'll do his best, I'm sure. And if we can just go and get Logan now. And then we've got currently 8 seconds up the road to Albon for break even. Stroll has retired, but he was behind us anyway. We need, come on, some of these guys here need to retire. Sonoda, is he? Oh, no, he's not retiring. Oh, if they retire and we lose out, there's no guarantee, I guess, we would have got 11th anyway, because we know Albon's quite quick, and on the same tyres, he may well have had the better of us anyway. But it'll be a big, I wonder what would have happened. So this should be easy enough if Sargent just doesn't do anything stupid. He's pitting. Alright, now I'll tell you what, are there going to be some pitters coming in here? Surely not. Maybe Sonoda. But these guys trying to eke out the soft tyre to the end. Anyway, we've got 8 seconds. We were slow that lap because we were getting some overtakes done. We are eating through our tyres here as well, but let's see if we can go and get P11 and then just pray for a mechanical failure in front of us. Doohan has crashed out of 13th. It would have been a really good result for him. I just told him he could push as hard as he wants, and he went and did that. So, yeah. Front wing damage. It's going to be all sorts of parts we need to build now too, isn't it? Jackie boy. Alright, that's my fault. Should have just hung on to the 13th. Okay, well, unfortunately, we've just run out of tyres with Albon, so with Van Dorn, sorry, so we've backed it off. He's not going to catch him. Doohan is about to get past Guan Yu Zhou. That is going to be 18th, and that's going to be his money for the sponsorship deal. In hindsight, he had nothing to gain. I really should have just let him sort of bring home the 13th spot. It would have been his best result of the season and probably moved him up in the drivers' standings. As things stand, Van Dorn is still going to have our best result of the season. Sargent, who pitted for Sox, is coming quickly behind us, but we've got him covered. Yeah, we've just run out of tyres, basically. So, yeah, let me know what you think. I don't regret it. I think if we had been on the same tyres as Albon, I think we probably would have ended up where we are, about 9 seconds behind him, to be honest. The big positives here, I think, are that... Well, I mean, there's been a... has he crashed? Oh, no, it's the end of the race. So Doohan has finished in his 18th. He's got that, so that's good. We've beaten Hulkenberg, which we don't usually do, which is good. We've comfortably beaten one Williams, and we've given Albon a very hard time. Russell's had a mechanical issue the whole race, so it's very nice to beat a Mercedes, but I think we've got to have a pinch of salt with that one. But it's shown that I think the new side pod and underfloor have definitely been a step forward for us. So points aren't that far away, are they? They're about 12 seconds, 13 seconds in fact. So we're getting there slowly. So there we go. Van Dorn up 4. Doohan had a good starting position, and to be honest, he would. If I hadn't told him to be silly and push, he probably would have finished 13th. Maybe Sargent would have got him. But still, I'll take partial responsibility for that. Now, does that move us up the standings at all? No, it does not. Actually, it drops Doohan down 1. And the Constructors, I'm assuming, will still be where we are in 9th, which is very good. If we could just get a point now. What a season it could be. We've got 4 points there with Van Dorn. And that is going to keep us in 4th spot as well. So, yeah, all good on the pit stop front as well. And we should have... Yes, we've got our money for the sponsorship deals, so 12th and 18th is enough for that. And our race engineer, I think that is Van Dorn's engineer, has moved up to an 80 rated guy as well, so that is excellent news. So next up, it is Singapore. Anything could happen there. It's a bit of a crazy race in real life too, isn't it? It's 2 back-to-back kind of crazy offers, crazy races. We've got some counter offers coming up here. We're trying to get some affiliate drivers in. Paul Aaron would be a nice little catcher if we can get him. 1.5 million. Come on, dude. You're not even... I don't even know if I want to pay that for him. We've got some tension here, so we'll arrange a meeting. That should be okay. But anyway, that is that. Feature race results. Where did Aaron come? F2. Baku. Paul Aaron, 9th. I don't know what to do with it. If that's a lot of money for a backup driver when we cost cap sensitive, let's say, with knowing we're going to have to take some engines as well. We are getting towards the end of the season, though, so it should be okay. I don't think I'm going to go and spend money I don't need to, though. And the board, they are still happy. I'm assuming they're still happy. Oh, high confidence. We might be able to break cost cap with that. Anyway, so that's that. I'll see you next time out for Singapore, and hopefully you enjoyed that one. Take care.